But why is it that every man would always find a way to resolve his past life issue? Every man will find a way to appease the gods and goddesses, the spirits, the ancestors, the land they offended in the past life, in the time past, for things to begin to go well for them in the current life or in the current lives. But they have refused to find a way to reconcile, to redo what they did that brought about Osu. They have refused to gather together and consult the gods of the land and consult everybody, all the spirits, both the dead and the living, to undo what brought established Osu, so that there will be peace in the lives of some people who are suffering the trauma of this Osu stops. Why is it like that? The Osu stuff was established by men, by people, by human. It's not ordinary. It was done and established by men. Why don't same men gather, go round and refix it and undo it so that there will be peace? Because as it stands, both the freeborn and the so-called Osu are all getting help from that particular incident, are all going through one karmic death or the other consequent to Osu established by humans. Most men, their daughters will not get married until they see Osu. And once they see Osu man, that is the only person they will get married to. Thereby causing the fathers that have refused to undo what they should have undone on time to also be a partaker. Sometimes the Osu daughters, the freeborn daughters will not accept to marry any other, to marry except freeborn except Osu. Osu sons will not accept to marry free daughters except Osu daughters. Because natural law is giving out its karmic debts to the living. If man believes that all the atrocities he has committed in the time past, he can go to tradition, to Alpha, get solution to it and solve them. Why don't that same man accept, I believe, find a way to redo this Osu stuff? Because I know that why this Osu is as strong as it is because it was unanimously done by the people of that land. So if the people of that land can also unanimously gather and undo what they did and appease the spirit, do Alpha, original Alpha, good Alpha, to stop it. Present the facts, the thing the way it should. I hope it will stop it. If you say no, if you like, if you can't go do it, go and do it. I'm not going. Your children will one way or the other, according to the time of life, become victims to it. As a man makes his bed, so he lies in it. Be you a female, be you a male, that is objecting this fact. According to the time of life, irrespective of where you are, nature can thrust you out of your vicinity and go and hand you over to the same Osu. That thing that you said you will not do, you will see yourself soaking into it, reincarnating in the family of Osu. Is it not better you redo it? Ebuo mi welie mushi. Omema na-emeri onwe, omenjo na-emeri onwe. Do you want them to still continue suffering, wallowing in the pains of Osu? Do you know the harm that issue of Osu has caused on the land? So many of them have that on higher, ranks, that are higher positions, have refused tradition that would have benefited the elderly, the ancestors very well to come into existence, because they know that is the tradition that brought about Osu, and that Osu has really traumatized and tormented them beyond imagination. And they are doing everything possibly, to make sure. They are doing everything possible to make sure that tradition doesn't come back the way it should. Freedom that will make people to practice the Osu again, to bring it into existence. They don't allow it. That is everybody reaping from the karmic death of Osu, directly or indirectly. Every other thing about your life or your lives that you did in the time past, you are working so hard. spiritually and physically, to appease them, to amend them, to fix them. But that, because you think it doesn't concern you, it concerns you deeply, one way or the other. The universal law are paying the so-called freeborns in a very serious way. Most of times, the blessings, the talents that are superb on this earth are being given to the Osu people, not the freeborns. The positions that what's worthy are given to them and not the freeborns. Just to tell you that universal law does not care what you instituted as the culture of your place. What is important is how is that culture benefiting every man there, establishing peace, allowing peace to be, allowing everybody to live in harmony, peacefully. If the culture you put did not spare the lives of people, Oga, Madam, you will receive it one way or the other. If not now, in the time future. Why don't men sit back and consult the oracles, consult deities, go back to the ancient stones and find out what should be done to avert the Osu issue, so that there will be peace. Even you, the freeborn, you'll be free from it. It's just like the Northerners covering their daughters from the callings the universal law, the universal God has called the daughters to do, or in the name of foreign religion, or in the name of tradition or whatever thing. The daughters are under clothes, under coverage, suffering their talents, their God's gift talents, their callings, their spiritual callings are wasting. And their land is also bleeding, is also suffering. They men too, they are also suffering it. When the law instituted on the land does not see to the peace and tranquility of everybody, you collect it one way or the other. If not now, later, as time leaves, you get it. Let people do something and do the needful.